For our first craft, I'm going to show you how to decorate these potion bottles for Halloween. What I did was I took the window clingies that they have for sale at the Dollar Tree and I cut them out and put them on the bottles. Then I melted crayon on some of them, black and red. This one, I put the little eyeballs in. It was a little tough at first to shove them down in there, but these beads, that's the ticket right there. When you go to the Dollar Tree, they have these floral gel beads. These are the beads that I have in here. And they also have these Sure Scents beads. If you use them, they're an air freshener. That's awesome. So what you do is you dump your beads into your potion bottle that you've melted wax on, and you put your window clingy on. I used Mod Podge for this. I put a spider in there. I don't know if you can see him. He's in there. And I then dumped some of these in there. And if I ran out of these, I use these. Then you put the cap on and you put it on your table. This is Eye of Newt. That's why I have all these eyes. The eyes don't really move around, so you should put them in like halfway through, whereas I put them in near the top. You have to bend them to get them in there. But I put white wax from a crown on here, and what you do is you just melt the crown, and I think that's awesome. This is zombie dust, so you could put some of the beads in there, and you could also put some glitter in there, and that would make it like dust. Or you could just put powder in there or flour, and I think that's a great idea. Now this is poison, and I put a spider in it, and I put black crayon. I melted black crayon on it, and I have these beads. So it's a very simple craft. Now for zombie brew, it's an orange container. You could put anything you want in there. For these, you could paint the outside with a brown, or, you know, dab it on there to make it look old. Also, if you don't have food coloring, you could use tea, like a tea bag in hot water, and you could dilute it to the color you would like it. So I hope that helps you if you want to make some of these for your decor. Okay, now on to the next craft. For this craft, I have one of the fish bowls. I'm going to paint it green. I'm going to make it look like a witch. So I'm going to paint it green, and I have this witch's hat. You could purchase one, you could make one. This is one of the ones I already have a tutorial about, so I am going to use this hat on top of here. So I'm going to paint this green, and I'll be back. Here it is painted green. So what I'm going to do is put hot glue around the top and then put the hat on. Can you see that? Yes. So I am putting hot glue around the hat, and then I am putting it on the witch. So here's what she looks like with her hat. You could paint under here if you'd like black. I didn't even think of that when I made it. But here she is. Now I'm going to paint her face. I'm not a great painter, so I'm going to give it a shot. So I'll be back. Here's what she looks like painted. I want her to be happy. I'm not a fan of her eyes. So I took these accent beads that you get at the Dollar Tree. And I made sure they were the same size. And I painted 2 of them blue. I'm waiting for them to dry. I'm going to take the hula skirt that I bought and put some hair on her around her hat. I did around the brim with black paint. Now basically I'm just cutting the hula skirt and adding hair. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing. And if it's too long, you can cut it when you're done. So here's more of the hula skirt. I'm going to take some hot glue and put some hot glue on my hula skirt. And I'm putting it under her hat. And that's what I'm doing right now. You can have her hair as long as you want or as short as you want, but I'm going to do hair all around while I'm waiting for her eyes to dry. So I will be back. Here's what she looks like with her eyes. I'm going to make her little eyelashes longer. Her hair. If you do not have the hula skirt, you could use yarn. I'm going to add some ribbon around her hat and something on top. Maybe make her smile wider. Add some more hair, maybe. I might paint her hair black. I might run some black through her hair. I believe, yes, I'm going to. But I think she looks cute and happy. So if you don't like her hair that long, you can cut it. I'm going to add some ribbon or maybe just glitter on her hat to jazz her up a bit. So I will be back. So I added a ribbon and a little gem at the top. Now I'm going to put some Mod Podge and then some glitter on her hat. I have this glitter I got at Walmart. I'm just going to pinch a little out, sprinkle it on, and hopefully it will adhere. I don't want too much, just enough to jazz her up. So here's how her hat looks so far. I'm going to do a little bit around the brim. And I'm going to work on painting her hair like I told you I would. I don't want full coverage on her hair. So I'm going to take my black apple barrel paint that I got at the Walmart and my paintbrush. And I'm just going to do a little bit so it'll look kind of grayish even though it's not white, and paint some of her hair. I am dry brushing this on. It's hard to figure out where to touch her because she's kind of wet all over. Do underneath if you'd like, of her hair. Oh my goodness, I think she is so cute. I normally don't make Halloween crafts due to the fact that I drive a motor coach for a living, and during the pandemic I am not, because the border to Canada is closed and a lot of places don't want the motor coaches in there because of the pandemic. So normally I decorate my bus, but I don't get to do a lot of Halloween decorations. I do fall foliage tours for people to see the beautiful leaves in Maine and Boston. It's a really exciting job. I get to go to Canada and stuff. Very sad I'm not working right now, but glad I don't have the pandemic also. So this is what she looks like. And I put some black in her hair, and I think she is really, really cute and sparkly. I also can't have a lot of glass items on my bus, because if they fall, they could break and somebody could get hurt. Leave a comment below and tell me how you're keeping busy during the pandemic. I'd love to know. So we're going to get ready for our next craft. For this craft, I'm redoing the spider web. Got it at the dollar store. I cut these tags off. And here's the spider web. So you have to look for the piece. I took the spider off. The piece where it originated or ended. And take this off. I can't find it, so I'm going to cut it off. There we go. I finally found the original piece. I'll be back after I get this off. I'm having a problem getting it off. Here's what the web looks like without the tinsel or the garland on it. I took it off. Then I bought these necklaces. The skull necklaces. There's 4 in a bunch. 2 are usually orange, 1 purple, 1 black. So I had painted the orange ones black. So I am going to hot glue the skull around the web. careful not to burn yourself. I want all the skulls to be facing me while it's on here. So when I add more glue, I want to make sure that the skulls are facing up. So I think I'm going to add, excuse me, allergies. Add glue behind the heads. So here it is glued on, and as you can see, the skull, they spin around. So every so many skulls I'm going to add a little bit of glue so the head doesn't turn. You don't need a lot of glue, just a little, to hold his head down. Hope you can see what I'm talking about. But you're going to have to hold it a little longer than I did. Okay? So, I will be back. Okay. Gluing the necklace to the spider web is not going to work out. So, I have this creepy cloth that I am first going to glue to the spider web, and then try to do the necklaces. So I'll be back. I'll let you know if I can do that. So when you're gluing on the cheesecloth, the creepy cloth, you don't want to do the whole outside first, because then you won't be able to get what's underneath. So I'm going to start doing here. This is extremely delicate. So I'm going to start doing here and down here and work on it from there. Show you how I'm doing this. I'm putting glue pretty much everywhere as best I can. Okay, then you take your creepy cloth, cheesecloth, and pull it over onto the area, and then pat it down so you don't burn yourself. Okay, so there it is so far. That looks pretty cool though. I have these thoughts in my head and then they don't come to fruition sometimes, so I think that looks pretty cool though. Oh, also, I'm running out of glue in my glue gun. Little secret that I've known for years, but not sure if you know. Put a little glue on the glue stick, stick it in, and then it won't fall out. Now, normally these bigger ones don't fall out, but on the little guys, they seem to fall out constantly. So if you put glue on the end, it'll stay in your gun. You gotta watch out for these little hook things because they grab your cheesecloth before you want them to. So now I'm going to glue all over here, wherever I missed, so that I can put more of the cheesecloth on. So just take it. You could have it bunched up on the one side, which is fine. It's totally up to you. So I'm tapping it quickly as to not burn my hand. But you want your glue to adhere to your cheesecloth. Still gluing the cheesecloth on. It's better to pat it down with something else because this glue burns. So I have some more to do. Thing with making crafts, sometimes you got to think on the fly, because in my mind I imagined those little skull necklaces when I spray painted them black. Never even thought of the cheesecloth, never even thought that it wouldn't stick. So I'm glad I have Dollar Tree creepy cloth, cheesecloth, whatever you'd like to call it. Then you're going to want to cut off the excess. So I'm going to cut off the excess and reinforce what is here, and then I'll be back. But this is what it looks like so far. I think it looks good. Be right back. So this is working out better. So what I'm doing is I'm running a bead of glue down the side, on the outside, and gently making sure the skulls are turned around, and then pushing into the glue. I just don't want to get burnt. So this is one necklace so far. I'm not done yet. I still have this plus, let's say 2.5 more. So I'm going to continue around and then do all these. I'm not sure if I have enough black to do these going this way, but we will see. I'm going to try and do all the little ones of these this way, and then I might have to spray paint some more. We will see. I have used 2 necklaces so far, and if you remember, going around the outside I had 2.5 left. So I did the middle right here, and then I had enough to finish the 2.5, and I had a little left over. So I'm going to continue and see how well I do with the other. I have 2 more that I've already painted black, I believe, and we will see if I need more. Okay? So far I have used 4 of the skull necklaces. I still have about 9 more of these to do. So I just went out and spray painted one of them. This is the spider that came with the web. So I believe I'm going to use him. There's also a circle on one end, and that's going to be the top of my spider web. I also have, not sure if the Dollar Tree still sells these. I believe I got these last year. They're lights with little spiders. So I am going to put them on my spider web also, and put this on the back. Probably in the middle under the big orange spider, purple spider. Then I have these words that say haunted, spooky, beware. I think I'm going to use spooky, and I'm going to Mod Podge it, and then put iridescent glitter on it. So while my other necklace is outside drying, I'm going to Mod Podge the spooky, put iridescent glue on it, and then I'm going to get batteries for inside of my little pack of spiders that I'm going to put on my web. Okay? So here's what the web looks like, all done. I put gauze on it. I put the necklaces with the skull all around. I put these adorable little spiders that light up on here. The original spider that came on there. And the word spooky I did with Mod Podge and glitter. I did iridescent and silver glitter. So this is what it looks like now that it's done. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you'll come back to my channel and see more items that I make from the Dollar Tree into really cool crafts. Please hit the subscribe button, leave a comment if you'd like, and I hope to see you again soon. Have a blessed day. Bye.